This is Dream Chaser Anne Akhila, and you're listening to the Chasing Dreams podcast with Aimee J.
Hi there, my name is Aimee J. Before we get on with the show, I wanted to explain a few things. Some of the initial episodes of Chasing Dreams was originally part of my other show, Aimee J Live, over at AimeeJ21.com. Because of that, this episode you are listening to right now may mention a different episode number and you may hear reference to Aimee J Live. Don't let that confuse you. This is episode number 5 of Chasing Dreams. And now, on to the show.
Welcome to Chasing Dreams podcast with Aimee J. Aimee believes that realizing a life without regrets is achieved by taking chances, chasing your dreams, making moves, and overcoming your doubts. The Chasing Dreams podcast will help you overcome life's obstacles, believe in your potential, and inspire you to face your fears. And now here's the woman who is passionately pursuing her dreams, Aimee J.
Hey fam, this is Aimee J. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 17 of Aimee J Live, and I am so excited for this episode because my friend is on and we are going to kick off a new season of podcast episodes. I have 10 lined up, meaning 10 people who are living without regret, enjoying what they're doing, and 10 people I think you'll just love talking and hearing from. So that is coming in the future. But before we talk about the guest, just a quick announcement. If you listen to episode 16, you may have heard, or you should have heard, depending on what you listen to, that I was going to do, as part of my resolutions, a video log every month, a vlog, monthly on the 4th Monday of every month, to kind of get comfortable in front of the camera, try something new and whatnot. And I wanted to let you know, because if you checked out around January 24th and were like, where is this thing? It didn't happen. By that, I mean it was not posted. I tried. I did take a chance. But I learned some lessons. A, it's very hard to be in front of a camera and be comfortable. 2, or B, it's hard to make a vlog. And I'm talking about a quality vlog. So I have a new appreciation for all those YouTubers who have made quality vlogs. You guys are amazing, and I applaud your talents, which I do not have at the moment. And honestly, I don't have time to learn yet. And so I am kind of readjust my goal and say that by the end of 2015, I want to create a video that I will put up. And so that is my new adjusted goal. Until then, you guys can listen to my voice on this lovely podcast or my Revisiting Haven podcast, which is also open to you and updated bi-weekly. And we'll see what happens. Another thing I wanted to let you know is that my Get Healthy campaign is off and it's doing well in my opinion, and newsletters are being released on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, so we're not inundating you, but still trying to provide you motivation, tips, advice that may help you in your progress. I know it's helping me in my progress or in process of getting healthy this year. For more information and to sign up for the newsletter, just go to the website, AimeeJ21.com. Now, this last announcement, I'm actually going to wait till after the podcast, so do check back in because the announcement won't make sense if I do it now and you need the podcast for context. So tune in after the podcast for the last announcement I have to share with you. Now, the first guest of 2015 and kicking off the podcast episode season is Miss Anne Akhila, who is one of my very, very good friends who I am so excited for you all to meet today. And she is a lawyer and entertainer. I was going to say aspiring actress, but really she already is an actress and she is a dancer. And so she is an entertainer. She's in California right now and trying to make it out there. But in the meantime, she's still having a great time. She is the epitome of living without regret and taking a chance and just being happy. And that is 3 of the biggest reasons I wanted you guys to meet her, because when you know Anne, you're just happy. You'll know what I mean as soon as you listen to this podcast. And so without further ado, let's bring out Anne. Hey, Anne.
Hey, thank you for having me here.
Guys, this is Anne Akhila.
Hi, everyone.
Anne and I have been friends for a very long time, it seems.
25 years.
Yes. Even if it was only physically, like, 8.
Yeah, 7 or 8, maybe 9 tops.
Yeah, but it feels like 25 at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's because Anne and I, we never knew this, but we were only separated by hundreds of miles, probably. We were born on the same day.
We are birthday twins. I mean, you are a twin, like a real twin.
Right, but we are birthday twins.
Yes, I want that word twin after me somewhere. I'm the only child, and I need this.
You're my birthday twin. Don't worry, it's cemented. No one can take that away from us.
No.
Not even my twin, because you're also her birthday twin.
She needs to be okay with that.
I think you know her well enough to know that she is okay with that.
She's sweet.
So Anne is my birthday twin and friend for life, and she is just so fantastic that I felt that you guys needed to see her or hear from her and her story because, one of the aims of my podcast is to kind of highlight people who are doing things they love or working towards it and just who are happy. And Anne is the epitome of all of that.
Oh, I'm nodding my head here. Yes. I'm just kidding. I hope I can achieve the things I want.
But you know what? It's not even the fact that you haven't achieved them necessarily yet, but you're trying.
Slowly but surely, Amy.
Well, I mean, have you always known what you wanted?
It's such a mishmash answer I'm gonna give you. I always had like two sides of my brain. I tell people, the one side was the academic side and was the side that I have to become an attorney. I have to be a lawyer. I need to represent people and fight for people and help people. And there was the other side of my brain that is the dancer, doing Indian dance and being in shows and singing and acting. And, I just, I don't know. I always feel like people have always told me, like, you can't have both at the same time. You either have to go to law school or be a dancer or an actress and all that stuff. You cannot have both. And
it's very single-minded of them, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, why? And I always said, why can't I have both? Why not? And
well, you proved them wrong.
I want to prove them wrong because even when I was about to go to law school, I had couple of handful of people I know saying, "Oh, you're not going to do that. That'll never happen." And don't go down that path. But yeah, I don't know. I did the law school thing with you, Amy, and your sister, and but all the while just kept dancing and trying to do like extra work. We have House of Cards in Baltimore. Filming. I never did go do Veep while that was filming or is filming in Baltimore. But yeah, just trying to like get it in there wherever I could. And so, I don't know. It's been interesting. It's been conflicting for me. It's just been really hard.
Well, I mean, I think that's one thing in life that people kind of change their answer with. I mean, don't you think as we grow up, the answer to what makes us happy changes?
Yes.
And I think sometimes people are so focused on what their previous answer is that they refuse to allow the answer to change or just even add on to it.
It was so enlightening. That was so beautiful.
Yeah, was it?
Said.
Yeah. Aimee J dropping the knowledge.
There you go.
Boom.
But it is true. I feel like, gosh, for so many years of my life, I'm so used to saying the same thing over and over again to people that now it's so hard to come to terms with, like, so we just moved to Los Angeles from Baltimore, and, my husband's doing this amazing job here, working at Riot Games, and he's so happy, and this, I said to myself, was my chance, to not necessarily go down the legal path, and I don't mean going out and committing felonies. I mean, going and...
Please don't. I'm not licensed in California to help you.
Well, like getting, new headshots done and updating my resume because I have all this improv experience now. And going out and taking improv classes or any kind of acting classes I can, and just trying to get better at it, because I'm not going to stop learning anytime soon.
But the thing,
and just try to go for it.
But the thing for me about your story is that you didn't necessarily wait for that LA move. I mean, you've been trying in some way, shape, or form to do entertainment, even if it's not American entertainment, Indian entertainment as well, for a while.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I mean, what was the first thing that kind of gave you the bug, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, dance. So Indian classical dancing. My mom always says, she wasn't allowed to dance in India, so she said, I'm going to have a daughter. I'm like, okay. And
because she had control over that decision.
And my daughter will dance. And, my mom is a classical singer, so she has the voice.
A wonderful singer, by the way.
I will tell her you said that. And my grandmother, taught her everything she knows in music. And when she had me, I was a daughter. I was a girl. So check. And then as she saw that I had rhythm, like when I was, 4 years old or something, and she said, you have rhythm? Oh my God, this is happening. And I know she told me she put me in like a ballet class, and the instructor showed up, and she was extremely pregnant, apparently. And I looked at her and I screamed and I ran out of the room.
That is the best reaction to a pregnant woman.
I don't know what happened after that. My mom was just like, ballet wasn't my thing. And so she put me in classes with Padmini Ramachandran, and Padmini Auntie she was a huge star in India, and I started learning from her, and I was so at ease, and gosh, that was when I was 5 years old, and oh my gosh, I mean, dance was the first thing that really bit me,
Yeah, and when you were on the East Side, on the East Coast, you still found opportunities here in not just dance, but also in acting. Yeah. And so, I mean, it was easier in Jersey and New York, but, you would just go on Craigslist and you'd type in, like in the entertainment section, you'd type in South Asian actors or actresses, Bollywood movies or anything that was, extras. And you'd get like 150 results. And me and my mom, like, I wouldn't even tell her, and I would sign her up for these things, especially for like extra work. And, she'd get calls and stuff, and it would be like, oh, hi, we saw your picture and we'd like you to come in. My mom was like, what are you talking about? And, then I would proceed to grab the phone from her, and we would go to these things, and we would go into New York, and you don't get paid for most of the stuff. And you're just standing around for hours, but you're on the set of a movie and you're watching all these people work hard, and I'm just in awe and looking around, and I'm like, oh, I just can't get enough of this. This is what I want. I just want to be here. I just want to watch these people, and I don't want to be anywhere else. But obviously, as you know, I ended up going elsewhere. Yeah, but I think that's all a part of life, And just because you change locations or change where you are doesn't mean you can't keep doing what you want to do, just in a different format. Right. No, you're right. And I mean, going to Baltimore from Jersey, during law school, I just kept dancing, as you know, because we were in the same club together, and, we would do our culture show every year. And then, after I graduated, I started taking improv classes with the Baltimore Improv Group, and that just changed my life forever. I mean, just completely changed my life. So first, the dance thing impacted my life, and then improv. I cannot begin to tell you how much it has impacted my life. And you've grown. I mean, my sister and I have both seen Anne perform in improv when she first started. And and afterwards, and I'm not saying she's going to win an Oscar right now, but you have improved. Thanks. I like to think I have. You work really hard at it. It's funny, when I first started doing it, I had friends that were like, wait, what are you doing? You can't hang out. You have to go to rehearsal for improv. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that doesn't sound right. How do you rehearse improv? And oh my gosh, improvisers, it's so much more than just like a rehearsal. It's about meeting up with your troupe mates and becoming friends with them, and, a melting of the minds, if you will. I mean, because that's also another thing, isn't it? I mean, acting in Hollywood, I've always heard the saying, maybe you can confirm it, it's about who you know.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I wonder how far you can get in Hollywood with who you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always found that to be true with the legal community and finding jobs in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's true everywhere. I really do. I don't know a profession that's immune to that.
That's a very good point, and probably a plug for networking. And,
yes.
And that's something that people should do. I mean, it's not hard to go and say hi to someone.
It is for a lot of people, I've found out. I mean, like...
Oh, that's true. That's actually a good point.
Yeah, putting your hand out and asking to shake someone's hand. I mean, that is, for some people, that is the most paralyzing thing that they'll ever have to do in their lives.
That's actually a very good point. I forgot about that.
It really is. I mean, and I didn't think about that either because I think you and me, like, I
well, yeah, we are the opposite. We have no problem introducing ourselves or speaking to people. We're very social in that matter.
Right, but I think but
introverts probably are shy.
Oh my gosh, when I got to law school, that was where I met the most socially awkward people ever. And then when you do improv, you meet people from all walks of life, especially in classes.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, sometimes you'll see like a really incredible performer on stage and you'll go to meet that person afterwards and that person won't say more than 2 words to you. And you're like, oh, okay. It's great watching you on stage. I'm going to run away now.
Well, that's, I think, true also about some famous actors and actresses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they can turn it on in front of the camera or on the stage when they need it, but afterwards they kind of clam back up.
Right.
And and I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying that people are different. Yeah,
no, totally. It's kind of funny. Like I'm someone that can talk to anybody, but, I don't know, growing up, I always felt like when I was performing dance, I always felt way more comfortable dancing for a room of 500 people than dancing for like my mom and my family. You know, we'd go to some auntie or uncle's house and there were like 10 people in the room and they'd want you to perform dance for them, like impromptu, like right on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be paralyzed. I would be so frightened and I would run upstairs. I didn't even know whose room I was going to because that was my house and I would run away. But put me in an auditorium.
Well, you know what? That's actually a very good, thing to point out. It doesn't matter how comfortable you are. There are situations that you may not be comfortable in. Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, so before you said, you know, everybody's different and they are, you know, and so I don't know. What were we talking about?
But that's the great thing about you. And it's not that you're not at your goal yet, but that you're still working towards it.
Yeah. And I hope my friends don't take it the wrong way when I like talk to them about this stuff. And I'm not trying to like work angles and try to find out who they know and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, I just, I've always been a networker. Like and it's not just for me, it's for other people too. Because if I know someone that could help someone else, I want to
that's in your
connect
nature.
Those two people. I really do. But I don't know where that comes from, but I really want to help people get to where they need to go. And
maybe that's why we're friends.
I know, right? Like, you're so great at telling me, like, what websites to visit, and, you know, I just need to, like, sit down and visit every single thing you ever told me to do, but and maybe I'll get somewhere.
We were talking about this off the show, earlier, or off the record, about how, you know, you gotta kind of figure out what it is that makes you happy. If it's acting itself, then, you know, take those bit roles, take the, improv classes, do anything to do what you want to do, which is acting. Yes, but if it's to be the star of a show, then either A, you need to put in the work and kind of work your way up the ladder and get people to know you, or B, create your own show and be the star.
Right, go grab that camera. And I mean, I say that fully knowing that I'm being like a total hypocrite because I'm not doing it myself, and I want to. But you know, another thing you and I talked about before was just that fear you have to get over. Of putting yourself out there. I mean, I'm great at doing that on Facebook. Like, I love posting photos of me and my son, you know, our morning selfies every day.
Yes.
But then I think, oh my God, were that to get out on the internet, what would happen? You know, I get really nervous.
I mean, because we were talking So, for anyone who's listened to the previous podcast, one of the things I said I would do is on the fourth Monday was actually record a video and put it on YouTube and just kind of get comfortable. And I was telling Anne, it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard. And this may be why I like doing podcasts, but my respect for people who do YouTube videos, Superwoman, Kingsley, all of them, they are amazing. Grace Helbig, Hannah Hart, because they are recording, they are editing, and they are in front of the camera, making it seem easy, and it is not.
Right. I mean, I was telling you this earlier, Amy, but when I go on YouTube and I see I'm looking up a video on how to, how to do spackle on my walls, like before I leave my apartment. Mm-hmm. So I'm not charged for a hole in my wall. And I find a great, handy 2-minute video on how to do that. I'm sitting there who would do this? Who would put a video together like this? But those simple videos, I am just in awe of those people because I'm like, wow, you have 2 million views.
Yeah, it's very, you can find a YouTube video about almost anything.
Yes. Yes. And I just really admire all the people not all the people. Let's not go too far here, but
you know what? No, you're right. Let us say thank you to all those who have provided a video, no matter how small you may think it was at the time, that has benefited someone else.
Thank you, YouTube.
Yes, because I learned how to make a pillow from a YouTube video.
Oh, thank you, YouTube.
We should have a segment and just say thank you, YouTube.
Thank you, YouTube.
I don't have any other examples, but YouTube has saved my butt so many times. Better than Wikipedia sometimes.
Oh, thank you, YouTube.
You are the best. You're like my Vanna White.
I am, but she doesn't talk. Does she? Well, she talks at the end. Pat Sajak is
symbolically.
He's the wit of that show.
Symbolically, Anne. Symbolically.
Okay.
Not literally.
She look good.
So do you. So that's the whole reason I wanted Anne here is to tell her story is because, she's having a great time. And if anyone's in California in the Los Angeles area and you're looking for actresses, Anne is available. Anne Akhila. She's working on her demo reel and all that stuff. But if you are looking for her contact, she is on Twitter.
Yes, I am. I am at Anne Akhila. That's ANNE AKHILA.
And all links will be in the show notes to follow. So one of the things I told Anne we had to do is a game. And so when I prepped her, I gave her a general idea about it. And then she said, is it going to be an improv game? And I was like, wait, what? Hold on, slow down here. I wasn't planning to do improv. So the game is, we're going to pick a topic. I'm going to have Anne choose between 1 and 3. And I'll give a generic topic, and then we're going to have a name off where we're going to alternate and take turns naming something within that category. So, for example, if I said vegetables, Anne and I would go back and forth naming vegetables, but the first person to hesitate, not be able to name something or whatever is out. Mm-hmm. And so that's the idea of the game. So we're going to play that game, but afterwards we're going to take that game and play it with an improv twist.
Yes.
So we're not going to talk about the twist yet because that might just confuse you. So let's play the game. We'll play one round.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll play one round instead of several so that we can play the improv version.
Okay.
And so Anne, I am, I can't have you pick out of a hat. So just pick between the numbers 1, 2, or 3.
3.
3. Excellent choice. This is going to be so awkward if I can't win this. Okay.
I'm so nervous.
You want to go first or second? No, you have to go first because I know the category. Okay, ready? The category is Saturday morning cartoons.
Doug.
We're going to, Rescue Rangers.
X-Men.
Damn it. Dang it! We only got 2 of them. I wanted to say Saved by the Bell.
That my first response was Doug.
Is Doug even Saturday morning?
I don't think that was Saturday morning, but it could have been on Nickelodeon. I don't know, because that was in 1990 something.
Those were quality shows. Tailspin. See, now I could just name them off. But
Right.
when under pressure, I was terrible at it.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers, but that wasn't a Saturday morning cartoon.
It aired on Saturday morning at one point. Yo, I used to be all about it, and then I was trying to think of that the computer game, where they were in the computer. Do you remember what I'm talking about? He's like green.
No.
Oh, come on.
Are you talking about Tron?
No, it wasn't Tron.
Because that wasn't green. It was like blue and black. There's some red.
And Chipmunks was in there. There's a website, folks, intheNineties.com.
Yeah,
that will kind of help
I'm so
you.
glad we're both like on the same page.
Are we? I'm looking this up because I really wanted to figure out what that name of that show was, and I can't remember it.
Power Rangers was a Saturday morning
But it wasn't a cartoon.
edition. It was not a cartoon, and I
should
never
have
watched
said
it.
Saturday. I should have said Saturday morning shows. I came up with this, and I still
You
Reboot.
did.
It was called Reboot.
Hey, listen. Thank you, YouTube.
All right, we're gonna try this with the other two categories, with the improv twist, which maybe I'll have better luck on.
Okay. So,
Go ahead and
Here's what
explain
we're gonna do.
how this works.
yeah, so this is what we're going to do. We do a lot of warm-up games before we actually go out and do scenes or do a show in the improv world. And one of the games we like to play is called 10 Things, where we'll stand around the circle. I'll turn to the person to my right or left, and I'll say, okay, Harry, I want you to name 10 cereals that have been discontinued. Now, does Harry need to name 10 cereals that don't exist anymore? No. What Harry needs to do is just name whatever comes to the top of his head in like a dun, 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 you know what I mean? And after each one, we'll say
So
1,
rapid fire?
2, 3, 4, right. And it's just to get your brain warmed up and without, interruption, just a nice flow. And to just get over yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't think something's wrong. And what you see in the beginning when people first start doing improv is like, oh, but that's not a serious, I don't want to say that because that's not, and it's like, no, don't care. Just don't care about it. Just say whatever comes to your mind. And if that means you're going to say Cheetos, plastic box, Clue, you know what I mean? If that's going to make you just go for it just by like naming things around you,
Right, yeah.
just say something. So,
Okay, so basically what you're saying is we're doing a rapid fire,
yeah.
and we just need to go.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready. So we're
We
still
can
going to
take turns if you want.
Wait, isn't that how it would go? We'd still take turns, right?
We can. Normally the game is played where I would just say 10 of them. Like boom, 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 boom. But then then it's not a game between us. Do you know what I mean? So
Yes.
let's go with the flow. And we both will take turns in the boom, boom, boom.
I
fashion.
appreciate you adjusting the improv game for a newbie like myself and allowing, it's like you're taking pity on me, and I appreciate that.
Oh no, it's the flow.
It's the flow.
Yes, we're flowing.
I love that. Okay, so you pick between 1 and 2.
2.
Boy bands.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, so I knew the category, so you start.
Okay. Hershey's for you.
Broadchurch.
Yeah, girl, yeah.
Orioles.
Pull my hair tightly.
You can be it.
Baby, let's make a baby.
Gold card.
What's your 411?
Reserve parking.
6 boys plus 1.
Blue.
5 boys plus a girl.
What are we talking about?
Slow jams times 10.
Big Bang Theory.
My TV's more interesting than our relationship.
You don't love me at all.
I love your mom.
How does this end?
I don't know. We both win though. Do you see this? Improv is positive. It's just all positive. We both won. Thank you, YouTube.
I love that. So
Don't hurt the mic.
it's not only right. This is the second one. Not only is it positive, but you could definitely tell the difference between you and I with your confidence in your answers.
You know what though? That took a long time, you know? It took a long time because I'm telling you, I gotta say to you, you just went with it. And you know how many people can't just go with it? They're so caught up with their brains and with their minds and what's wrong about the answer they're about to give.
You know, in the back of my mind, it was like, I admit that I was wondering, I was like, this has nothing to do with boy bands. But at the same time, I was like, you have to fight the urge.
Yes.
And just say something.
Yes. Just say something. And the famous saying in improv is yes and. So if I said something to you, like in a one-on-one class, one of our things we do is I'll say something to you and you have to start your sentence with yes and then finish your sentence because we got to keep the scene going. If you say no to me or you deny me or say something that is the opposite of what I'm saying, you just shut down the scene. There's no more scene. It's done. So if I say to you, we had 10 children born last night between the two of us, you got to yes and that. And you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so I'd be like, yes, and my favorite child is a girl.
Exactly. And you've always been a feminist.
Hey, so
I love you.
Here's a question. Just from playing that game, would you say that improv is for actors and actresses only?
No way, Jose. It is for everyone. And I just think it's so cool. Like, I was out with my friends the other day, and my friend was just saying, like, her company had an improv troupe come there and do group, what do they call them? Like, work exercises. What are they called?
A workshop?
Yeah, but it was like to get people to know each other better at work. Yeah, and they all did like improv games and had a really fun day. And it just got people to laugh and just stop being so serious and get to know each other better. And so great.
So for people in Maryland, who would you recommend for improv?
Oh, Baltimore Improv Group all the way. Bigimprov.org.
The links will be in the show notes. Have you found any improv groups in California that you want to shout out?
I haven't started yet, but on Wednesday, I'm going to do a drop-in class with Dave Rosowski, who is from Second City, LA, and he's, performed with Steve Carell and Stephen Colbert, and I am beyond excited to meet him and learn from him. So I'm going to be doing a drop-in class on Wednesday, and I just cannot wait. I want to start taking classes, whether it's at IO West or UCB, the Groundlings. I need to get out there and just do it. So this week is my third week here, and I'm just like doing it.
Well, good for you for not waiting too long to do it. And you're going to have to come back and check in with the show and let us know how it's going out there. Absolutely. You're just one of the most supportive people I know in my life, and that would be my honor. Stop spreading that. People are going to get the wrong idea. Look, I'm just taking chances this year, okay? All right, folks. Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you. What a wonderful thing to do on a Monday. You goober. Or whatever day this is airing. See what I mean? Isn't she fantastic? Thank you so much, Anne, for being on the show. I can't think of a better way to kick off this year and this season of podcast episodes than having you on. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish you all the best as you pursue acting out in California and Hollywood. And hopefully after things settle down and you're not too busy being famous or having fun out there, you can come back on the show. Now, hey guys, this is that announcement that I made a big deal of earlier and said I was going to wait for now. And now I need you to lower your expectations by like 1,000%. Because all I've done is created a third website. It's not like I needed another project or anything. But anyway, to end the suspense, if you've ever had one, I created a website and it's called Thank You YouTube. Pretty much it's a collection of YouTube videos that have made a difference in someone's life. And maybe it'll make a difference for yours if you are ever trying to learn how to use chopsticks, or if you're looking for something to smile after a bad day. Check this out. ThankYouYT.com. And it's open for anyone. If you have a YouTube video that has made a difference for you, go ahead and share the link or embed code, and the instructions are there, and submit it, and maybe you will see it on the site. So that's the exciting news that I wanted to share with you after the podcast, because I think it makes more sense after you listen to it. But hopefully you enjoy it, share it with a friend, and check it out. Come back occasionally. And it's on Tumblr, so you can also follow if you kind of want to see it on your dashboard. So till next time, folks, peace.
Thank you so much for listening to Chasing Dreams. Aimee would love to connect with you and hear all about your pursuit of chasing your dreams. Connect with Aimee on Twitter at AimeeJ21, that's AIMEEJ21, or leave a comment on her website, chasingdreamshq.com. We hope you'll join Aimee next week, and until then, keep chasing.